Hello there. My name is Maureen with my co-host Corey. We are The Real Guys, and this is The Real Show with 2 E's. We are starting on one of our many series reviews. We like to open up a new show with a review of its first episode. But as always, I'm coming to my co-host Corey. How are you doing today, Corey?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
It's good to see you, Corey. Both in our recording studio and
Correct.
In the words of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the millions and the millions who are watching us on our video version. Hello there. So, if you'd like to watch our video version, you can tune in our YouTube channel,
Correct.
The Real Show, Real with 2 E's.
Correct.
And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch this new video version. See us sitting pretty in the studio and casting out our beautiful airwaves throughout all of our listeners and now all of our watchers. So, what crazy hijinks will we get up to? Nobody knows.
Exactly.
Unless you give it a watch.
Yeah.
So there you go. But we like our listeners as well, don't we? We
Correct.
don't discriminate.
Nope.
Between if you're a listener, if you're a watcher, we love you all.
Exactly. Obviously, if you're on Spotify or Apple,
Yeah,
you can't see
Apple,
us.
Podcasts.
But yeah, we love you the same.
Yes, of course. And what are we doing today, Corey?
We're doing MsMarvel.
We are.
I was about to say new Marvel series.
The midway running Marvel series.
Correct.
It's already been going for about 4 weeks. This
Yeah.
episode's already out. We're a bit late to this one.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But we're going to cover a first episode. We're going to talk about what we've seen. Obviously, I'm up to date. I don't think you are.
No, I've only seen the first episode.
Right, okay. Probably only because of this.
Yeah.
Would you watch it anyway? Do you think we'd have got around to it?
Maybe. I was going to watch it after Kenobi anyway.
Right.
I was kind of like, oh, okay, that's probably a natural progression.
We covered Kenobi last week.
We did.
We covered the first episode of Kenobi and the entire series last week. And now we're stepping into another Disney. We're back in the Disney Plus whirlpool.
We are.
And we're stepping into MsMarvel.
MsMarvel.
And part of the phase 4 of the Disney Plus Marvel TV shows that are coming out in the MCU. And it's the most recent one based around MsMarvel, the comic character and the successor to Captain Marvel.
Going to ask you actually.
Mm-hmm. Ask away.
Did you know? Were you familiar with the comic character of Ms. Marvel?
I was, in fact.
Because I was not.
I was familiar with Kamala Khan before this.
Okay.
It debuted in Marvel Comics in 2013. Actually, pretty recent character to Marvel Comics. And, of course, her mantle was carried by Carol Danvers, the Captain Marvel, for some time before we had a new iteration. It felt a lot like a Miles Morales kind of Spider-Man way in this as well from Peter Parker.
Yeah.
So, but still, as far as the first episode goes,
yep.
Throw me your notes. Throw me your thoughts.
So, first thing I was struck with, and it's kind of the first thing I was struck with as an audience as well,
is perhaps the opening song.
The
Weeknd's.
The Weeknd's Blinding Lights is the opening song.
Lights, along with the Marvel. I like how they're always making the intro feel very fresh and new and different.
Well, I like that, and then it transitions into kind of what I assume the rest of the series is like, but the first episode definitely. But it's kind of weird.
The art style.
Stop motion, paper, almost like cutouts and drawings, and it's nice little movement and animation. It's very nice. I quite like that intro.
Yeah, that art style continues throughout the rest of the series.
Yes.
You get graffiti drawings.
Yeah.
You get paintings that move. You get her imagination as a 16-year-old kid. You really feel that creativity and the sort of how her brain works.
Yeah.
You get to see into that world, and that's very fantastic to look at. The visual style is absolutely amazing.
It's really good.
It mirroring it sort of with the Jersey cityscape. And New York, because Marvel loves New York City.
It does.
Can't get enough of that. New York City.
It does.
It's got the Chitauri and all that fun.
Yeah.
So we have. I'm going to try not to butcher her name.
Go for it.
Inman Vellani, who stars as Kamala Khan herself.
Correct.
Ms. Marvel, quite the little film buff. I'm not sure if you've been on her Letterboxd account.
Oh.
But she has one.
Oh.
I'll keep. No, actually, I'm going to save it.
Okay.
I'm going to save it for later on in this episode.
One thing I did want to mention about what was her name again? Was it Imali?
No, Iman.
Iman. One thing I did want to mention, and I don't know if this was a coincidence or if Marvel did it on purpose. I looked it up. The actress and the character are both born in Pakistan and are both Muslim. So it's not, which you get sometimes where you have like a religious person being played by someone who isn't part of the religion or whatever.
Someone who knows the.
Yes, this actress knows the religion. She's from that heritage. She's from that place, and it's very nice to see someone who's actually kind of part of that.
Yes.
It's good.
And she's really the light of the show.
She's very good.
She is very good. She's really what holds it all together, I think. And what many people are watching for as well.
We spoke about this in Moon Knight. This is a character that is very much new to the MCU, not been introduced before. And it very much relies on how she is portrayed.
Yes.
For whether or not the audiences will grasp onto it or not.
That's a good point.
I quite liked her, and I quite liked her family as well, and just the kind of overall general kind of people she has around her.
Yeah.
But she's acted very well, especially because I would probably say most people, unless you're like an actual Marvel comic fan, don't know who she is, or don't even know who MsMarvel is.
Yeah.
So I think it's done very well.
It's very well. It's done with a very grounded perspective to how a 16-year-old would sort of act, and just this very sort of bright and eager energy to her. She's again, it feels a lot like this is what would actually happen. You know, there's a lot of again as far reaching as the MCU. Again, I applaud the MCU for their amount of styles and changes and takes and all that sort of every genre they dip into.
True.
Like I actually managed to sit down and watch the full way through of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to tell you how much of a tonal shift that is from watching MsMarvel.
Yes.
It's almost like the most tonal shift you could possibly take, maybe MsMarvel and Moon Knight, perhaps.
Yeah.
You know, they're almost becoming incomparable in that way, which again is a stroke of genius by Marvel, but also you hold them to different standards when you're watching. Like you go into Doctor Strange expecting something, right? And you go into MsMarvel, you'd see Captain Marvel, but it gives you a new take because Captain Marvel was very much the sci-fi kind of. I doubt that we'll see any. Maybe at the end of the series, but I doubt we'll see any Captain Marvel characters in this. Obviously, because Monica Rambeau has sort of passed away, and we learned that in WandaVision, and we now have her daughter, who is I think the second Captain Marvel, or should be.
Yeah.
Even though I'd like to see maybe a cameo from in this series, from one of the Skrulls perhaps, or something like that, because we know one of the Skrulls appears at the end of WandaVision, and we know that Nick Fury's on a ship looking for his shoes.
Yes, he is.
So he doesn't know where they are. so maybe we'll have a cameo from perhaps Ben Mendelsohn's Talos or something like that. Would be nice to see, because I know they're doing Secret Wars or Secret Invasion.
Secret Wars,
I right? Think. Where we have Emilia Clarke has recently been cast as a Skrull character.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is the planet where the Skrulls are from. I think it's called Skrullos.
Nice. That guy, whoever invented that, man and woman's very creative.
Yeah. I really like the creativity on that.
Very good.
Yes, it is in fact Skrullos.
There you go.
So there you go. I had to fact check that just in case I thought I was wrong. No, I'm not. But back to Captain Marvel and MsMarvel. But of course, Captain Marvel is who she idolizes.
Exactly.
It's her hero.
Right. She's going to Avengers Con.
Which I feel like would actually happen.
I'm surprised it hasn't been a thing.
Yeah. I'm surprised it hasn't been a thing, in the real world. But I feel like they always react really well to the real world consequences.
Who would you go as?
Who would I go as to Avengers?
Yeah.
Probably someone obscure. I wouldn't go as anyone who are I suppose you have to realise who are these people going to be in our world. Like, would I know who Agent Coulson is? Probably not.
No.
Would I know who Maria Hill is?
You'd only know the people that
figures.
appear
I don't know
on the streets.
On the streets. Like, would I know Nick Fury? Probably not.
No.
I may have seen Nick Fury, but I wouldn't know that his name is Nick Fury or who he is.
Yeah.
Or like the Kingpin. You wouldn't know because I'm not from... I'm just naming MCU characters
you are.
Really. Maybe everyone's going to go as like Iron Man and the Hulk, which happens in the
or like,
episode.
Thor,
yeah.
I don't know who I'd go as.
Who do you feel like? Winter Soldier?
I don't know. Possibly.
You've got the hair for it.
Yeah, true. I don't know. A bit of Bucky, maybe?
Bit of Bucky, yeah, go ahead.
It's a somewhat easy costume to make as well.
Yeah, I feel like. You got to you wrap your arm in tin foil.
Yeah.
You're all good to go, aren't you?
Exactly.
But starring alongside Iman Vellani is, of course, her family.
Correct.
So we have her family as... I'm going to try not to butcher these names. Zenobia Shroff as her mother, who does a really good job of not only sort of the playing that mother type, but also having the sort of the firm hand of a mother of the house, of a woman in the house.
Yes.
She's very strict. She's very stern, but she also has that sort of loving side. Like you see it later on in the series where she does berate her for going to Avengers Con and sits in her room and expects her to come back and like, you have disappointed me.
Yeah.
That kind of. But later in the series, she does seem to soften up a bit more, you find. And then we have Mahan Kapoor as Yusuf Khan, who is the father, who I really feel like also is one of those figures that seem to carry the series in his energy. He's bringing 110%. You know, he's got the dad energy. You feel like the strong, jovial father energy. You know, he's warm, he's compassionate.
I really
he's
like
a caring
him.
man. Yeah,
He's really good.
He wants to do his best for his daughter. You know, I really enjoy that. That's great energy as well. Another good star of the series is
Go on.
Yasmin Fletcher as Nakia, and I feel like she's probably if it's not Kamala Khan, it's her. 'Cause I feel like she's got that independence.
Yes.
And she's really strong, and she's in that sort of badass female character. I really like that she's really out to improve the Muslim and the mosque community. She wants to go on the mosque board. She's opinionated and she's willing to fight for what she believes in. I like that energy as well from her.
It is and again with Moonlight as well, it's a really good cast. It's a really strong cast.
Yes.
And again, so far, I mean, I've only seen the first episode, but so far, it's all new people. There's no returning characters that people know and they can attach to.
Yeah.
Everyone is new, and everyone's introduced to the audience, and it's done very well, and I quite like it. And all the family's quite nice, and they've got a nice kind of caring side, but they're also they have their ups and downs.
There is one character, however, I've not mentioned, that does appear in this episode that has appeared before in the MCU.
Go for it.
Would you like to guess?
Zoe.
No.
Oh, no idea.
No, it is at the end of the episode, you might not have caught it, there's a post-credit scene.
No, didn't watch
Right,
it.
okay. There's a post-credit scene where the Department of Damage Control, DODC, that Tony Stark found.
I ain't gonna lie, I watched it this morning.
Right, okay.
So I literally finished it, credits rolled.
The truth is out, folks.
Yeah.
The truth is out.
I finished it, watched it, got to credits, paused it, got everything ready to come here,
right,
and then was like,
The truth is out, folks. He saw it this morning. He knows nothing.
Fresh in the mind.
Oh, right, okay.
Fresh in the mind.
Fresh in the mind, fresh in the body, as I always like to say. But the character that's appeared before is an agent called P. Cleary, who's played by Arian Moayed, I think, and he has appeared previously in Spider-Man No Way Home. He was one of the Department of Damage Control agents that interrogates him.
Another film that I have not seen.
Okay, that interrogates Peter Parker and his friends and family when Mysterio outed his secret identity in Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah.
And we also see him at the end of this post-credit scene where he instructs a female agent to chase after the MsMarvel. She was then or the Captain Marvel cosplayer, who is Kamala Khan at Avengers Con. So, he is the only character that appears in, and I recognised him instantly, and only because the trailer they showed that trailer scene for Spider-Man No Way Home so many times of Peter being interrogated that I've remembered what that guy looks like, and I spotted him. I said, "That's the guy. That's the agent from No Way Home. I remember him." So that's the only character that appears.
Yeah,
but he's not even in. He's in the post-credit scene. He's not even in the. In the actual episode itself. But another cast member, Bruno Corelli, who is played by Matt Lintz, a friend of Kamala Khan. Really, I like. Who did he cosplay as? He took Tony Stark, didn't he? He tried to be Tony Stark. He had the mustache and he tried to do a bit of RDJ, didn't he?
Is that who he was?
I think he was. Or was he Bruce Banner?
I think, because he was wearing a lab coat, I think.
Oh, was he Bruce Banner?
I think he was wearing a lab coat.
Oh, because I thought they showed him in the in the animatic sequence as looking a bit more like Tony Stark.
You see, I thought, I to be fair, I don't know who. I don't know. He was wearing a white lab coat. I seem to remember a white lab coat. So to be fair, I don't know because he didn't do anything.
Right. Okay.
Because he wasn't Captain America because he wasn't in the cosplay contest.
No.
Also, fun fact: Star Wars exists in the Marvel universe. That's there as
which
well.
I find is very weird because
I thought I mentioned that.
Is Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury or is he Mace Windu? Who is Mace Windu in Star Wars?
Maybe Nick Fury just wanted to act a little bit.
No, I feel like I subscribe to sort of the theory of alternate dimensions, alternate universes. So in the Marvel universe, is Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury, of course, but does Samuel L. Jackson exist? And is it Samuel L. Jackson as Samuel L. Jackson and Samuel L. Jackson also as the face of Nick Fury?
Possibly.
Or is it Lawrence Fishburne? as
Yeah.
Mace Windu? Did they just get somebody else?
That's true. It might in the MCU, someone else might
Someone
be.
else, maybe Mace Windu.
Yeah.
It's Morgan Freeman. You know? Wait, hold on. Lawrence Fish? I think Lawrence Fishburne's in the MCU, isn't he?
Possibly.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Perry White from Superman.
Ah.
I'm thinking of the DC.
Yeah, not even
universe.
Marvel.
No. I'm thinking of the Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Where he's Perry White. So
Yeah, great film.
it is a good film. That
It's all right. It's not. It's not
Man of
great.
Steel?
It's not great. It's not bad
It's
either.
good. I feel like it was good to start a Superman series.
I watched it
it's
on
a
a
good
plane.
film. Oh.
Yeah. I watched it on a flight to India.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like it was a good film to start the DC universe with.
Yeah.
I think. Not too bad, not too good. However, apart from the fact that Lawrence Fishburne might be Mace Windu in this
Yes.
universe, I feel like you could make other contradictions with the Marvel universe when you realise that Star Wars exists.
Yeah.
So that means like aliens are real, and
Yeah. Well, I mean, Darth Vader exists, and we assume he must be part of the Star Wars universe.
right, okay.
It could just be random.
So that means Disney exists.
Yeah.
So that means Disney owns Star
No,
Wars in this universe.
but we know Disney exists because the guy references Mulan.
Right, okay.
The head teacher, I forgot his name, Gabe. I forgot.
Right.
Is it Mr. Wilson?
I think it might be.
Yeah, because he quotes Mulan. So Mulan exists and Disney
So
exists
Disney
as well.
exists, right. So that means that Disney owns Star Wars, right?
Yeah, most likely.
Does Disney own Marvel? Does Marvel exist in the Marvel universe?
Well, yeah, because it's their reality.
Do they make comics of the heroes who are real heroes?
I mean, they're in a musical.
Is it like The Boys? Yeah, true. I was about to say, is it like The Boys?
I reckon
Where
if
Disney is basically bought.
if there was real life superheroes, I reckon like if Marvel hadn't made comics,
If there was real life superheroes, it would be like The
There
Boys,
would be comics of them.
and it wouldn't be like Marvel, I can tell you that.
yeah, there would be comics of them. I mean, there's comic book stores in the MCU, surely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they
so the-
sell comic books.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like a marketing machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is weird, which is closer to The Boys than it is closer to Marvel. Because we never see, you know, Captain America in like a toy store, do we? Toy shop buying an action figure of himself. Even though I swear there is action figures.
I was gonna say I do somewhat remember Captain America with an action figure of himself. I could be
Yeah.
wrong though.
I
that
swear,
could be
there's
my
someone else
head.
who's had an action figure of him or something like that.
That could be my head doing a what's it called, a Mandela effect. but-
Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, Berenstein Bears.
Or that weird Disney logo with Tinkerbell.
Yeah, what?
There's an intro that loads of people have said that it's like Tinkerbell flicks and the Walt Disney thing appears or
Yeah.
whatever, and everyone goes, "I remember it from my childhood," and like everyone's looked back at VHSs and apparently it doesn't exist, but it might exist, but if it does not,
Oh, right.
it's like an old VHS intro of Tinkerbell kind of doing a little wing swish
Right.
thing.
No one, people don't remember the wing swish.
People remember it, but when they've gone back to
I
old
thought the wing swish
VHSs,
did it itself.
people remembered it, but they've gone back to old VHSs and it's not there.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, but apparently it's on like certain versions of certain Disney films. I don't know.
Right, okay.
Some weird thing.
So
Anyway,
it kind of is like the Berenstein Bears.
yeah.
Or is it Bernstein Bears?
Or Looney Tunes is a similar thing. It's how do you spell it?
Or what's his name? Fraggle Simpson.
Graggle.
Simpson. That's it.
It's not from Fraggle Rocks, Murray.
No, I was thinking Fraggle Rock.
Yeah.
Fraggle Rock Simpson.
Anyway,
Oh, Jim Henson was.
Miss me it
Fraggle
was.
Rock. I thought so because I'm a big Dark Crystal fan.
yes
so-
you are.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
we always do this. Why do we do this?
Don't know. We just
It's
go on
after
tangents.
we're recording it for the first time. We're having a good old time here at the Real Show. But the events of the series,
Yes.
are that she finds a magical. Kamala Khan finds
Yeah.
a magical wristlet,
Like a wristlet bangle.
brace bangle.
Yeah.
Yeah. From her great grandmother,
Yes.
and it gives her. It doesn't give her power. She unlocks the inner power
It allows her, to do things with her hands when she kind of points and
creates like orbs of light.
I'm
or-
assuming is why she left the gloves on the floor in the bathroom.
I think she just left them.
Because I was thinking that, and I was thinking, is like Zoe going to pick him up and then she wins because she's got gloves?
Yeah.
But then she's fighting for okay, maybe it's going to be a thing where
Well,
she.
no, she's in the cosplay competition at Avengers Con. She's in the cosplay competition and she wants to cosplay Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And her mate makes her, sparkly gloves
Yeah.
that work. And she has a sparkly costume and they fit and whatever. But she leaves them in the bathroom and instead she takes the bangle
Yeah.
instead. And she, instead of, just having light hands, she has literally, her hands glow and she fires like a beams of light and knocks things over and causes chaos.
Yeah, which is great to see.
And then the effects are good. I like the effects of her. I like the effects of. I think she does it later in the series where she is kind of stepping from point to point. But let's switch over to a bit of Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel trivia. Perhaps would you like to hear a bit of trivia?
Got a bit of trivia for me?
I have got a bit of trivia. So this is actually the third MCU superhero origin not to be released as a film.
Oh.
We have Moon Knight.
Correct.
The origins of course, Moon Knight, Mark Spector. We have Hawkeye, not for Hawkeye himself, not for Clint Barton.
Oh, but for yes.
What is her name?
It's...
Rachel, who is a massive fan of this character, is going to absolutely shoot me when she hears this. Kate Bishop.
Yes.
Bang.
There we
Sorry,
go.
I just remembered it. Didn't even need to look it up.
No.
It just hit me in the head. Rachel sensed and sent me a telepathic message to tell me what her name was. Kate Bishop. We see the origins of Mark Spector, Kate Bishop, and now Kamala Khan.
Yeah.
And it will later be followed by She-Hulk.
Correct.
There's a She-Hulk
TV show.
The lawyer kind
miniseries.
of show, miniseries thing that's also coming later in 2022. So, and it's actually the series was expected to premiere in February.
Yep.
However, it was predicted that it may not air until at least June or July. So it was delayed. We don't know why. But
yeah, I mean, it could be a lot of things.
Yeah. There was a lot. I think there was a lot of delays around that time as well. Because I remember a great superhero film, Morbius, was delayed by a few months in February as well.
Yeah, I mean, that worked out well, didn't it?
It did. It's been so well that it's now being re-shown in some places. It's Morbin time, you know. It's Bingley Mega Chippy or whatever it is.
Is it bad that the only thing I've seen of Morbius is just Matt Smith dancing?
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's
It's
the only like redeemable thing about that film.
You've not seen Morbin time?
No.
All right. Okay.
No, I've not seen Morbin time.
Okay.
I can hazard a guess at what it is.
I just spat everywhere. There's not.
Oh, get that in HD.
Yeah,
look what you're missing.
That. Look what you're missing, folks. It's just, I'm like roaring and spitting like a gargoyle, you know.
Sure. Gargoyles spit, that's what they do.
I guess. But this is, again, I mentioned our main actress, sorry.
Yes.
Iman Vellani, who hasn't done any acting. This is her first project.
Oh, very nice.
It's just a character as an actress who does not have any prior acting experience. So,
fair enough. Good for her.
And however, I mentioned her Letterboxd account.
Yes, you did.
You should find her and follow her because she actually gave Captain Marvel 2019 a 2 out of 5 stars.
Whoa. Can't be having that.
Can't be having that. However,
4 out of 10.
She did praise Brie Larson's performance.
Okay.
And her actual MCU favourite film isn't Captain Marvel, it's actually Iron Man.
Okay.
For 2008.
Okay.
And her favourite MCU actor isn't actually Brie Larson, it's actually Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
So there we go. We've exposed you.
Wow.
Iman Vellani.
Yep.
You don't even like Captain Marvel, apparently.
Nope.
Apparently you like Iron Man. It should be called Ms. Iron Man.
Miss Iron Man. I mean, there is a...
They are doing Armour Wars, aren't they? So
which is... I forgot the name of the kind of main...
With Rhodey and...
yeah.
Well, it's part of the new second generation Iron Man, I believe.
Yeah.
And sort of all that kind of thing, Iron Patriot and all that.
Yeah.
So that should be interesting to see.
I mean, again, we'll probably cover it when it comes out. Same as usual.
Yeah.
First episode basis, last episode basis.
Yep, sounds good to me. We always seem to run on that. So
it's just nice
a nice
and
system to get a feeling of the show and to also
exactly
have a I like to call it a retrospective.
Yeah. You watch the first episode, you see where you think it's going to go, you give your thoughts, you talk about what you might want to happen.
Yes.
And then you see if it happens at the end of the series.
Yeah. If you want to follow her on Letterboxd, she's called Inman from Toronto.
There you go.
If you want to, because she's Canadian.
Yes.
If you want to follow her on...
yes, she's an American-born Pakistani. I would want to mention that.
Yes. So, okay, she's actually quite funny. I'm looking at some of her reviews, and they're actually quite funny. Her Captain Marvel review is, and I quote, "These stars are not for Brie Larson. I will sacrifice my own life for Brie Larson." So there we go. I think the IMDb's wording on that was a bit interesting indeed. Do you want her review of Tenet? Christopher Nolan. Tell it. Do you want Imran's review?
Go for it.
Okay. Now explain it like I'm a child.
Okay.
Do you want a review of Spider-Man 3?
Oh my god. How many reviews has she done?
This is so unironically great.
Okay.
Nice. Do you want her review of Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer 2007?
Which one's that?
That is the one where Doug Jones is the Silver Surfer.
Okay. That's the one I've not seen.
Okay. It's literally don't be shy, show Galactus.
Okay.
Because they don't show Galactus.
I've only seen, I think, like the original one.
Right.
Like the first one from 20 years ago now, or whenever it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling down her profile.
In fact, that's the fair point. Here's a question, because I heard about this, right? Talking about Fantastic Four.
Okay.
I heard, and I don't know, because I don't know Miss Marvel. I heard that Marvel had to change her powers because Reed Richards was going to come into MCU. Apparently, she's supposed to have more stretchy arms or something.
Yes, indeed.
But they changed it because obviously Reed Richards is spoilers, is here.
Yeah, Reed Richards is in.
And so they don't want to do that because they'll have two people with similar powers. To me, that doesn't bother me because I didn't have a character anyway, so I didn't realise.
Oh, this is quite funny. Do you want her review of 2011's Contagion?
Sure.
It's just lol. And it's dated 17th of March 2020. So, nice. And if you don't know what the film Contagion is about, then I'll let you look it up for yourselves. However, she has a quite humorous review of The Founder from 2016 about McDonald's.
Okay.
Founder Ray Kroc, played by Michael Keaton. First half, maybe you want McDonald's. The movie is finished, and I no longer want McDonald's.
Okay. Nice.
So there's...
Nice.
So yeah, please, go and follow Inman on Letterboxd, because it's nice that she is... okay. She's reviewed Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, God.
Would you like to...
Yeah, go on.
Does being dead mean nothing?
What did she give it?
She gave it 2.5 stars.
Oh, so better than Miss Marvel.
Better than Miss Marvel, apparently.
By just a little bit.
She reviewed El Camino, the Breaking Bad film.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that existed.
She gave it 4 stars and wrote the word closure in all caps.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
Oh, it's great. By the way, she gave The Founder 3 stars.
Okay.
And Spider-Man 3, 4.5.
As in what, the new or the original
Spider-Man 3?
No,
Spider-Man 3 2007.
Oh, okay.
This is so unironically great. Oh. And that post has 2,000 likes.
Nice.
So clearly people have found her enough.
Yeah.
She's letterboxed famous.
Zach, yeah.
Good for you, honestly. Good for you. She's letterboxed famous.
So, Miss Marvel Roundup. Mm-hmm. First episode Roundup. Thoughts on the first episode?
Thank you, Corey, for shepherd's crooking me back into the actual plot of the episode that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Because I was heading off the deep end there into Inman's Letterboxd account.
Into the abyss.
Into the abyss of Letterboxd. You can just get a lot. Letterboxd is such a website where you can just get lost in people's film reviews.
Yeah, it is.
You know. But in the end, thoughts on the first episode. I think it's a great starter. Yeah. We get more world building with Avenger Con. We introduced Kamala Khan and an amazing world of sort of cut out. It's like a YouTuber kind of animation style, isn't it? That sort of draw my life kind of. Do you remember that was a big trend in YouTube?
Yeah, I did.
It was like a draw my life kind of thing where she'll do a squiggle of, here's Captain Marvel, and I think she's really great, and she saved the world, and she destroyed Thanos' ship, and then you see that and stuff like that.
See, I wanted to do a draw my life, but I wasn't famous enough.
Oh, dear. Yeah. Wouldn't have much in it, though, would it?
No, I was born. I went through school.
But goodbye.
Yeah, that's it.
See you next week, everybody.
Done.
Bye-bye. Cut the camera. Cut it.
That is my life.
So, yeah.
But I mean, I thought, I thought it was good. I like the animation style. I'm hoping, as much as it's visually nice and everything moves around and it's all graffiti and cool, I'm hoping that doesn't overshadow the show.
No, yeah.
It's good that it has a style.
The art style is fun, the same way Moon Knight had a style.
But I'm hoping the people don't go, oh, Miss Marvel. That's the show with the cool moving images.
Yeah.
But I think it's good. It's nice. It surprised me. I was going into it thinking, okay, it's going to be a decent show. But I thought, it's actually quite nice.
I think we have a case of mistaken identity here.
Ooh.
It turns out that her driving... oh, wait, no. Yeah, You're right. Sorry. I thought the name of her driving teacher was Mr. Wilson. But no. The school counsellor's name is Gabe Wilson.
I don't think the teacher gets named.
No, he's not named. His car's crashed into, though.
Yes, because she didn't check the gears.
No, she didn't. Have you ever driven a car before?
No.
Can you drive?
No. Can you drive?
I don't want to answer that question. No comment.
No comment, okay. I can't drive now.
Have you ever been behind the wheel of a car?
No.
Never in your life?
Nope.
Maybe you do that then, Corey.
Maybe.
Check your mirrors. Even if they're not looking at you, check them anyway, and do it obviously.
Every 15 seconds.
Really?
No, that's what her mum said.
I think. Yeah.
Every 15 seconds. Check your mirrors.
So look up, side, blind spot.
Yeah.
Back.
Check your blind spots.
Check your blind spots.
But I thought it was good. It was nice.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, reverse.
Nice.
For the benefit of the listener there, I just did the
Yes.
gear positions. Obviously, the people who are watching it can see it.
So, with Miss Marvel,
Mm-hmm.
do you have a
Real rating for the first episode.
rating for the first episode?
It was initially lower than it is now.
No.
It's actually gone up through the point of this episode.
That's weird.
For me, sort of finding out.
Because normally, you watch something and you go, oh, it's great. And then it sits for a bit and maybe
it goes down. No, it's gone up for me, actually.
Ooh.
It's gone up for me.
Why?
But I feel like because I've seen the rest of the show. I've got a bit more exposure to the show now, and I feel like, well, now I know where they are right now, which is at a nice midpoint level of the series, obviously. Because there's going to be 6 episodes, and we're at sort of a midpoint level. It's nice to know where it's going to go now, as to where it is. Like, oh yeah, it's nice to see the start of these characters, kind of.
So what would you give it, and what did you have it as originally?
Right, initially I had it as a 6.5. Yeah.
Wow.
Because initially I thought, well, I was judging it against every other first episode I have seen.
Yeah.
Against Moon Knight, against Hawkeye, against WandaVision,
Yeah.
against Captain. I always say Captain America,
You do.
Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Sorry, against Falcon and Winter Soldier. But now I'm gonna bring it up to a 7.5.
That's what I was going to give it.
Okay.
We are agreed. 7.5.
We're in agreement. Maybe on a good day, maybe I'd wake up and give it an 8.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it hovers around 7.58, I'm gonna cap it. I'm happy with that.
It's weird because I think actually I did quite like this as an opener.
Mm.
Moon Knight I think is still my favourite. I think
Right.
Moon Knight's my favourite series out overall.
Yeah. Moon Knight I think was definitely my favourite first episode. Goodness.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Maybe WandaVision. I do like that
To be
first
fair
episode as
though,
well.
I can't remember many of the first episodes. I can't tell you what happens in the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Love the series. Can't tell you what happened in the first episode of Loki. I can have a guess.
You can tell. I think in the first episode of WandaVision, you can tell me, because that sticks. That show is like.
Again, that show sticks, but it's more of a style that sticks for me, not what happens in it. Until it gets to the end, and Agatha comes in and there's the beekeeper.
Right.
The story is, for me anyway, is kind of. I can't remember any much of it.
Okay.
It's kind of like Loki. I'm like, I know what happens, kind of, but I couldn't tell you what happens every single episode.
All right.
But yeah, I think 7.5 is fair.
Okay. But as far as a weekly rec goes,
Correct.
do you have your weekly rec
Yes.
ready? In fact, you teased me at the start of this episode with a Captain Marvel related
Surprise. What a surprise.
What is that Captain
So-
Marvel surprise? I've talked myself up, Corey. I'm
No.
either going to be underwhelmed or I'm going to be whelmed.
You're going to be underwhelmed.
There's going to be no. All right, thank you for setting the tone there.
Yeah.
There's going to be no overwhelm. No overwhelm
So-
is happening.
So, I'm going to do something which we haven't often done, nor have we. I don't know if we've done it before or not. It's going to be really hard to give it a rating.
Right.
I'm not recommending a film.
Okay.
I'm not recommending a TV show. I'm not recommending music.
Right.
I'm recommending a person.
Right.
I'm recommending specifically
Oh,
a
goodness.
TikTok account.
Right.
Which, yeah, look at your confused face.
My face is scrunched like a
It
lemon.
speaks volumes.
folks.
So,
You would like to repeat a TikTok account?
correct.
For those people who don't know what TikTok is, it's a tool created by the Chinese government to
TikTok-
harvest user information.
Yeah, definitely. TikTok/Instagram.
Right.
I believe.
I will accept Instagram.
I believe he posts on both, and I believe it's the
Okay.
same things he posts on both.
This is unprecedented for the real show.
Yes, it is. So there's a guy on TikTok and Instagram. It's the same username for both. If you type in, you'll find it. He's called Nuv the Poet. So Nuv, it's spelled N-A-V, but it's pronounced Nuv. So the guy called Nuv the Poet. Now, Nuv the Poet is of the Sikh religion.
Sikh.
It's pronounced Sikh.
Is it?
Fun fact for you.
Ah.
I thought it was Sikh. It's not. I think people just say Sikh because Sikh is like vomit. He talks about Miss Marvel.
Also on Twitter at Nov the Poet.
There you
Give him
go.
a follow.
There you go. He speaks about Miss Marvel. He's a guy that speaks a lot about representation and the Sikh community, the Muslim community in films. He's the one that is why I've kind of gone, well, wait a minute. Why aren't Muslims playing Muslim characters and not people who are acting to be Muslim? So I said I've got a surprise for you. I do have a surprise for you.
Okay.
I asked for his permission first.
Oh goodness.
He granted the permission.
Oh wow.
So I'm actually going to play a little clip of him talking about the first episode of Miss Marvel.
Oh, you asked him for
Yeah.
this. Oh wow.
I
Okay.
asked his permission. He said,
Oh
"Yeah."
my goodness.
So he knows who we are. So I'm going to play a bit of a Nuff the
all
Poet.
right. Let's hear him.
In previous videos, I've talked about how I'm so tired of the dark and gritty aesthetic and narrative that has taken hold of the superhero genre, and I think one of the major reasons I love the first episode of Ms. Marvel is because it avoids that and instead leans into the vibrancy and fun of comics. Spoilers ahead, so scroll if you haven't seen it. Lighthearted doesn't mean lacking stakes or void of grounded themes. Shows can be fun and goofy, but still provide weight to moments that need it. And along with the visuals, this is an area where the first episode excelled. There wasn't always a joke made during a serious moment, which is a common occurrence in the MCU. Instead, we got to sit with it. We felt Kamala's dad's pain when she said he'd embarrass her at the con, and then we sat with her in that regret. And when she got caught by her mom coming home from Avengers Con, we, the audience, had to experience the disappointment-filled scolding that her mom gave her. So far, this show is doing a great job of balancing the levity and excitement with the heavier emotions and the themes of family and identity. I'm loving it.
Yep.
Nice. So shout out to you.
That's enough.
Shout out to you then, of the poet.
He does
on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
He does in later ones go on to more about Sikh religion, Muslim religion.
Give him a follow.
Obviously, first episode isn't quite going into that, but it's as good. It's just a guy who talks a lot about the episodes and there's more real world based about it, and it's good to see someone's perspective who's gone through similar things.
Spoken word artist. I always like to see. I'd always like to see a good spoken word artist. I'm a big fan of the spoken word genre.
So there you go. Go follow Nuv the Poet.
Shout out to you. Here's our weekly rec. Nuv the Poet. Are you gonna get?
I can't really give him a rating.
Can't really rate him.
That'd be a bit weird.
You can't really rate him. You can't really rate a person or their work.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, go.
We're gonna give him a big. We're gonna give him. We won't give him a weekly rec. We'll give him the weekly rec.
Yes.
We'll give him the weekly recommendation. Go and seek this guy out and seek.
There you go.
Seek this guy out.
Nice.
Seek this guy out and check him out. Check out his work. Shout out to you. And he's aware of us.
He is.
So
he knows who we are.
Did you use our Instagram account for that?
No, he's my own.
Oh, nice. Okay. What did you say? What was your
I just
approach?
asked him, like, hey, me and a friend do a radio show. We're talking about Ms. Marvel.
We do a podcast. You say podcast?
I just say podcast as well.
Good.
And I was like, hey, we're talking about Ms. Marvel. And I think, I know you talk about it a lot. I think it's important to get representation. I know you're Sikh, and I know Ms. Marvel's Muslim. Do you mind if I show some of your audio clips for the radio show? And I was like, also, we're doing Ms. Marvel when it finishes as well.
Yeah.
So I might talk about him a bit more.
And what did he say?
He was very, very thankful.
Really?
To be fair, he was very thankful that someone actually reached out to ask to get his audio on the show.
Oh wow,
That's
cool.
quite nice.
I'd like to know his sort of precise wording there, but still, it's very nice to know, and he's aware of us.
He is.
So, shout out to you, Nuv the Poet.
There we go.
Shout out to him.
So yeah, that's it.
But
Ms. Marvel.
Yeah, of course, Ms. Marvel, and we have a lot to look forward to in the future.
Correct.
We have, of course, if we could take a minute.
Yep.
We have a few minutes left here. Let's talk about the future of perhaps Disney Plus's Marvel series. Of course, the next big show to hit us is She-Hulk: Attorney at Law.
Correct.
Where we have the new She-Hulk series. Jennifer Walters is the She-Hulk, and she is a superhero lawyer. Of course, we have Tatiana Maslany. I'm good with names today. Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk herself. Mark Ruffalo is back, playing Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
The Hulk himself. We don't know whether he's Smart Hulk, probably.
I don't know if he is.
There's a trailer, at least. I think he is Smart Hulk.
Oh, okay. I think they're reverting him back to normal Hulk in the series
or Bruce
something.
Banner, or
yeah.
And of course, the big man himself, Tim Roth.
Yeah.
Is back as Emil Blonsky or the Abomination.
Yes.
So of course we saw him in oh god, what can I think of the name of the film?
Shang-Chi.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi. Or Shang. How does he pronounce it?
It's Shang-Chi is how he pronounces
it. But then a joke about how people say Shang-Chi.
Yes.
Which isn't exactly, But we saw the Abomination turn up in that and fight Wong.
He did.
Yep. Wong's just all up and about as well.
Wong's everywhere.
Too. Yeah, Wong's showing up all the time. Good for Wong.
Yeah.
Wong is just a character who everyone seems to appreciate.
And actual name is Wong.
You know what? I'd go as Wong. That's your answer. No, that is your answer.
To AvengerCon.
Corey. To AvengerCon, I'm going as Wong.
Nice.
Right? I'm going as Wong. I'm getting the tunic or whatever he wears.
Yeah.
The wizard outfit. I'm going as Wong.
Okay.
There you are.
Nice.
So you can go as Bucky.
Yeah.
I'll go as Wong.
Yeah.
I'll get the mustache. I'll get everything. Right?
Okay.
Wong. Okay.
There we go.
Wong. And he's invited to Tony Stark's wedding.
Yes, he is.
So there you go. Tim Roth is back as well, and Josh Segarra, who I'm quite a big fan of from the show Arrow. If you've watched,
I've seen bits of it.
like that. Josh Segarra plays Prometheus in season 5, I think. So, yeah, of course we have Renee Elise Goldsberry as well, and we have Jamelia Jamil who's showing up in the series. So, and it's nice to see more heroes that not people would know about.
Yeah.
Getting a bit of like Moon Knight. You know, average. Ask the guy on the street. You know, who's Moon Knight? They will know. But now the show's popular. People know Moon Knight. People know MsMarvel, and now we got She-Hulk.
Exactly.
So they're dipping into the barrel, and they're bringing us. No way. Right, I've just looked up the Marvel Cinematic Universe wiki.
Correct.
And I'm on an article here about She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Who's listed in the cast? Wong. That's right.
I mean,
Benedict Wong as Wong.
I don't know why you're surprised.
He's in the series.
He's-
Spoilers, perhaps. Spoilers for perhaps She-Hulk. Wong's in it.
He's going to be in everything. It's going to be in everything.
It's like the Wong takeover.
Yeah, but he's the guy that's essentially recruiting all the new Avengers up.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
He's the new Sorcerer Supreme.
He's the guy who turns up at the end and goes, I like you, I want you to join me, come with me.
Yeah. Doctor Strange has 3 eyes and he's off in a weird portal with Clea from the
Yeah.
Inhumans.
Let's go sing karaoke.
Yeah, and now it's Wong. Hey,
Yeah.
do you want to tell me a joke? I'm not going to laugh at it.
Yeah.
I'm Wong. So you know what? Wong. That I think he's the
Nice.
he's the real hero throughout all this.
Nice note to end on there, Wong.
Yeah. Nice. Always good to end on Wong. But your weekly rec for this week is
Love the Poet.
The Poet, and we hope you enjoyed our very loose review of the first episode of MsMarvel. We'll be back with the rest of the series at a later date. So we hope you enjoyed. It's goodbye from me, goodbye, and goodbye from Corey.
Goodbye.